Okay, so let's take a look at the weekly update for prices and have a look at exactly where we're at the moment, because we really reached some key levels. I'm going to go through them so that you know what to look out for. So essentially, BTC has come down and it's hit the key level that we talked about, okay? And we said that we really want to hold it, okay? We said a few wicks down here are okay, but we want to be closing some of the higher time frames, okay, above this 40k level. And we spoke about this, okay? We said that we have a low volume node over here at the 40k level. If we mark this out over here, okay, and we know that the 40k is a low volume level, so we do not expect price to hang around at these levels for a long time. So this is why you typically get either puncturing wicks down there that come straight back to the upside, or we just fall apart from here, okay? Now, I'm still not, this is the last stand, but I am not expecting BTC to fall apart for the moment, okay? We have still maintained the thesis, okay, that we expect a bounce from somewhere in this region, and it's not a good idea to go short. But what I'm seeing at the minute in the market is the bears are getting greedy, okay, and the bulls are getting very fearful. This is typically a sign in the market that we are going to start to flip soon, okay? That's not financial advice, right? But that's the sort of sentiment in the market. And as soon as we go, it's basically, as soon as it's too easy to make money in one direction, okay, there is always some kind of reversion to the mean, okay? So you have to understand that, right? As soon as it's too easy to make money in one direction, okay, there is some sort of reversion or correction to at least some sort of mean, okay? So, like I said, get that in your mind, okay? We have got the bears will say that we've got some kind of head and shoulders here going on, which is potentially true. But like I said, so long as we hold this is, I think, looking really good, right? So we'll have a look at some of the shorter time frame action as well to lead us into the immediate price action. And what I'm seeing, okay, if we look at this on the daily, is essentially we've tagged this low over here, this 39.6 to the T, okay? And also, if we basically draw some key trend line from the peak in 14th of April down through this low over here, you can see that we tag that to the T, okay? So definitely potentially some kind of bottom over here, potentially into strong, we're basically at strong weekly support at some key trend lines, okay? Daily is oversold, okay, on the RSI. If we bring that over here, okay, and just get rid of this moving average over here, and you can see that we're basically oversold. Whenever we are oversold, we at least get some kind of bounce historically, okay? That doesn't mean that we can't puncture through, and it is definitely a sign that the downtrend has been really strong. However, I'm still looking, okay, for some sort of reversal in the short to near term. So maybe we just collapse and we do go down to the 30k region, but that is not my thesis until we break this convincingly. Then we can open up here, and then I'll be neutral, and then we can kind of see what patterns play out. But essentially, I'm still looking for this bottom somewhere to resolve this downtrend somewhere around towards, like I said, this box over here where we're at. The end of Jan, start of Feb, I would imagine. So that's kind of the way that I'm looking at it. Maybe we do, basically, hold this low and we form some kind of basing pattern over here, and we do something like this and then move higher. But just bear in mind that price can move very quickly at these levels. We know this, okay? So price is telling you historically that we're either going to hang around at these levels for not a long time, and we either shoot to the upside pretty quickly or we shoot to the downside pretty quickly. So far, we've basically got some wicks to the downside, and we said this in the last video. Go back and look in the last video. We said quite possibly we get these wicks and take out some here, and we basically form some choppy price action. And you can see on the 4 hour, like I said, we get some choppiness over here. But that we still hold these lows, and that's essentially what we're looking for. So that's another thing that I can see. And if we were to look at this as some kind of potential bottom as well, because like I said, this is key support, okay, typically we take out our fibs and we look at every major, impulsive move before we've got some kind of correction, okay. We look at this move down here when we tagged 53, we made it back up to the 38.2. Back up down here at the 42, we made it back up to pretty much the 382, but we definitely tagged the 236. So far we're here. We have a lot of room, okay, in my opinion, to maneuver from this here, okay, to at least sort of tag here at the 46, 47, and maybe to this cluster of support at the 50k region. You can see, coincidentally, that actually these mark out, a lot of these fib levels mark out some key levels, you see here, okay, where we've got this price action over here, and again over here where we can see at the 236, even there, that's this cluster over here. So I'm still expecting some kind of retest and reversion back to the upside from this move down, okay. So that's what I was expecting. Like, you got to be greedy when others are fearful, okay. Literally everyone now is basically calling for some kind of move straight back down to 30k and that we only move lower. Okay, be very, very careful of that. I've seen all the bulls rather, which I think is absolutely hilarious, okay, who were calling for 200k, 300k by the end of the year and now flipping bearish, right? When the move is mostly done. Most of the selling, very likely, is already done. Like, if you're going short here, in my opinion, you are a moron, right? You need your heads examined, okay, if you think that going short on BTC as an appreciating price asset over time, right, going short after a 42% move to the downside without any real correction back to the upside, okay, and you think like going short on this kind of like head and shoulders break is a good idea, then I think that you really need to rethink your trading strategies, okay. That's just my opinion, okay. Like I said, we can go lower from here, but most people won't probably put their neck out online. But like I said, my thinking from here, and I'm happy to be wrong, right? Because even if you take the trade from here, or you go, hey, do you know what, I'm going to buy this dip, right? And even if you wanted to put a stop loss and you're like, hey, look, if we do break down from here and then we go lower, you can be right. You can be wrong small from here, right? Wherever you get in, you can be wrong small, like 4, 5, 3%. Even if you got in a bit lower, right? You have an opportunity to be wrong small and right big, all right? Even if you trade this as a short-term trade or however you're looking to play this in your portfolio, right? Whether you're, like I said, whether you're trading this or you're holding spot, I think this is a good opportunity. I really do, because even if I'm wrong, like I said, you're wrong small and you're right big. You don't often get those opportunities in the market. Weekly RSI showing us that essentially we are at this level of support where we have seen bounces from before, and the weekly has just started. So this weekly can definitely finish green, okay. I'm expecting 43k an absolute bare minimum to be try to tag this week, but maybe I think there is a good chance that we basically push higher and move up towards that 47, but we really want to see this low hold, okay. That's basically how I'm looking at this. Yeah, essentially this region over here, this 42 region on the weekly RSI, we want to hold. EMA weeklies is telling us that we are below key support over here on the 55. I think that's a 55. Let's check. Yeah, it's 55. Well, we have seen historical support before, so if we do want to, get a move to the upside, then we want to do it pretty quick. Potentially, just giving you potential scenarios, okay, is that, like I said, we started this week with a move to the downside, which I think is a better way to start the week. Like, we're going to get the selling done, get it done out of the way if we do want to swing this back to the upside. So like I said, key support, maybe we do something like this where we have this candle over here where we close below the 55, we wick down below it, which is where we are at the minute, okay, and then potentially we finish the weekly somewhere up in this region over here, okay. So just something to look out for, right? So just be careful that when everyone else is going short, okay, that just be aware that we can get some sort of violent squeeze to the downside, to the upside, because like I said, when it's too easy to make money in one direction, remember that, okay, there is a reversion to the mean. So key things to look out for. I'm still looking for If we do get some kind of bounce in BTC, I'm looking for Bitcoin to lead lead the charge out of this downtrend. The BTC dominance, we spoke about this before. Look, we are getting some kind of reaction here. We spoke about this. Okay, we said we want to see this area hold. Okay, and basically we can start to push to the upside. We are starting to get some sort of impulsive move on the BTC dominant chart. So looking good over there. I think you Ethereum holders might not want to hear this. I said this up here. I said Ethereum is not a good buy. I think it is overvalued versus Bitcoin. Okay, and I think that there's a good chance that money will rotate out of Ethereum, and I think Ethereum will definitely be a better buy opportunity, a better buying opportunity, at least at somewhere down these ranges over here. Okay, at the 0.558, or maybe, which is an even better area of key support. Maybe we downtrend down here into this 0.4 region, this key cluster of support on Ethereum, where we have historically seen key swings in the market. So that's essentially how I'm looking at it. The other key one to look out for again is Chainlink. We spoke about this. Like if you'd have had a look at the key levels, we said, what did we say on Link? We said just exceptional, right? Look, we said we're expecting levels from here. We're expecting a price reaction, right? Absolutely super impulsive move. Link looking really good versus Ethereum, broken this trend line, and we said that the first area of real resistance that we're expecting to tackle is going to be that 0.12 level, and then potentially that 0.02 level. If we can make them, we just want Link to oscillate, okay, at least versus Ethereum, and Link BTC looking really, really good. Currently coming up against this area of downtrend, or this downtrend line versus the Bitcoin chart, okay, but we were telling you to buy and convert your BTC into Link at this level, and if you took that trade, it should be up about 50-60% versus BTC. All good in the hood. If we break this, then the next area that I'm looking out for is this area here, the 0.001, which is this area over here, to tag somewhere around this high, where you would be essentially, I believe, about double your money, or maybe a little bit more if you got in a bit lower. So that's basically what I'm looking at for Chainlink. But yeah, bouncing off strong weekly support, looking good. And if we look at our fibs and we look at the 1.618, the 4.236, but the 1 and the 1.618 typically are key levels to look out for extensions. That's how I play it. If we look at this level here, okay, so there, we're looking again like the 1-to-1 is going to be somewhere around here, and the 1.618 is going to be somewhere tagging this high over here, if we can make it up there on Chainlink. But like I said, personally, I'm bullish on Chainlink. You don't have to copy me. You can pick whatever other shit coins you want to buy, but I like buying coins and trading them at a discount versus Bitcoin, whatnot. So yeah, that's basically how I'm looking at it. And they're the majors that I'm really looking at and following. So like I said, the way that I'm looking at this is BTC to bounce from here. If we do not bounce from here, we're probably going to fall apart, okay? But I do think there is a good chance that we hold this area, at least for a short-term bounce, at least to the 47 area, maybe potentially up to the cluster at 51, and then we can reassess. But I think you have an opportunity to essentially be wrong small and right big, and the bears are getting very confident, too easy to make money short in this market, and the bulls rather are getting pretty fearful, and everyone seems like the world has fallen apart. So yeah, that's basically what I'm looking out for. So if you like the content, please go ahead and subscribe. Drop me a like down below. Let me know where you think the market is headed. If you think we're heading down to 30, 20, 25k, let me know. Other than that, peace out, and I'll catch you in the next video.